$38 trillion. That is the current U.S. national debt. The interest we pay on that debt is now costing us more than the entire U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force combined. Most economists say there is no way out. We are trapped. But Elon Musk just went on record with a solution that sounds insane. Do we pay it back with money? Pay it back with robots. He argues that as AI and robotics advance, the United States will have an abundance of automated labor. Think about it. Humanoid robots doing everything from manufacturing and construction to farming and logistics. This massive boost in productivity would create trillions of dollars in new economic value. Musk's idea is that the U.S. government could essentially own a portion of this robotic workforce, and the revenue they generate would be used to pay down the national debt. Is this a sci-fi fantasy or a genius solution? Let's explore it. $38 trillion. That is the current U.S. national debt. The interest we pay on that debt is now costing us more than the entire U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force combined. Most economists say there is no way out. We are trapped. But Elon Musk just went on record with a solution that sounds insane. Don't pay it back with money. Pay it back with robots. In a recent interview on the Nick Hill Kamath podcast, released just this month in December 2023, Elon Musk made a prediction that has everyone talking. He was asked about the massive U.S. debt and if there was any hope. His answer was blunt. He said, "The only thing that can solve for the debt situation is AI and robotics." Then he gave a timeline that should get your attention. He believes the tipping point, the moment where everything starts to shift, is only 3 years away. That's 2027. So how does this even work? How can robots pay off trillions of dollars? The core of his argument is something called infinite productivity. Let's break it down simply. Right now, our world operates on a simple principle. We have a limited number of human workers. Because there's a limit to how many people can make things or provide services, the supply of goods and services is also limited. When demand is high and supply is low, prices go up. We call that inflation, and we're all feeling it. Now, imagine a future world, the one Musk is describing. In this world, we have unlimited robots. These aren't just factory arms. We're talking about humanoid robots like Optimus that can do almost any job a human can. With an army of tireless 24/7 robot workers, we can create an almost unlimited supply of goods and services. What happens when supply skyrockets? Prices plummet. Musk calls this an age of abundance. Think about the debt in this context. If the entire economic output of the country, the GDP, suddenly grows by 1,000% because of this explosion in productivity, that $38 trillion debt starts to look very, very small. It would be like a millionaire today worrying about a $10 credit card bill. The debt doesn't disappear, but our ability to handle it becomes so massive that it's no longer a crisis. It becomes trivial. This leads to another one of Musk's big ideas: universal high income, or I. Now, you've probably heard of Universal Basic Income, UBI. UBI is the government giving everyone a check just to survive. Musk thinks that's the wrong way to look at it. He's not talking about giving people money. He's talking about making everything so cheap that money becomes less important. Universal high income isn't a handout. It's universal access to abundance. It's the idea that you will have access to a high standard of living because the goods and services that define that living, housing, transport, food, technology, will be incredibly cheap and plentiful. Here's a great example to help you grasp this: the iPhone in your pocket. 20 years ago, the computing power you hold in your hand would have been a supercomputer that cost millions of dollars and filled a room. Today, it's accessible to almost everyone. Technology made something once impossibly expensive incredibly cheap. Musk wants to apply that same principle to everything. Imagine a future where a new house can be built by robots in a day for the cost of a car today. Imagine electric vehicles are so easy to produce, they cost less than a current-day e-bike. That's the world of universal high income. It sounds like science fiction. I get it. But remember, this is the same man who landed a rocket backwards on a barge in the middle of the ocean when every expert at NASA said it was impossible. He's built the world's most valuable car company from scratch and is literally connecting the globe with internet from space. His crazy ideas have a funny way of becoming our reality. If he is right about this, then we are on the verge of the biggest economic and social transformation in human history. And it starts in just a few years. Are you preparing for this future? It sounds like science fiction. But remember, Musk landed a rocket backwards when everyone said it was impossible. If he is right, 2028 is the year everything changes. Are you preparing for this future? Subscribe to Elon Musk AI Pulse because we are tracking it every single day.